So seeing as it's the spook season, the spook month, I feel as though that it's appropriate to talk about spooky games. I must preface this by saying I'm currently running off of 2 glasses of some Jack Daniels and a sleeping pill. So if I sound like I may be dying, then that's possibly the reason. But I wanted to get this out, so you're just gonna have to excuse me for the time being. Now, it is currently October. That means that this is the time when horror games are to be played. And I like horror games. I like horror movies. But we're not going to talk about horror movies. We're going to talk about horror games. And my problem with horror games is that some of them are not good. And that's okay, because I can't expect every single horror game to be good. But here's the problem, right? Because I recently played 2 horror games. One horror game was good, and one horror game was bad. You may know them. But for those of you that don't, the first bad horror game that I played was Monstrum. Monstrum is a game where you play as one character, and your mission is to find your way off of a boat that you have no idea how you got on in the first place. Another thing that you are not aware of is that there's a monster lurking around the boat, and you don't know where they're lurking. You also don't know which monster is lurking because there are 3 of them. The first monster is this big, I don't even know what the fuck to call it. You know that thing from Looney Tunes, that big red fluffy monster that had like the child voice in the fucking rebooted Looney Tunes? What's up with, anyway, yeah, him, you got him, except he's got like orange glowy eyes and an orange glowy mouth, and I think he might be furry. I'm not 100% sure. Next monster is this weird water-based thing that has this weird ET-like head that also turns into some sort of xenomorph, horizontally mouth type thing. I don't really know. And it lurks in like these big shipping containers that is also filled with like water cysts. And then there's a third one that I don't like at all. It's this weird purple death thing that has the ability to fuck with you mentally. And according to one of my friends, they're all based off of 3 different things of fear. I'm not gonna get into that because it's fucking stupid, because Monstrum isn't a good game, alright? It's not a good game. You start out in this boat, alright? Take it from someone who has not sat down and played the game, and who played the game like 2 years after seeing gameplay of it, right? They plop you down in this boat. You start out in one room. I don't think because you start in one room and you get a flashlight and a what the fuck is it called? A fuse, okay? I'm going to assume that you didn't start out with a fuse in the beginning. You just started out with a flashlight, and they realized, hey, this game's a little bit challenging. Let's throw them one thing that may or may not help them in the future. The worst thing about this game is RNG. You have no goddamn idea if this game is actually going to help you or hurt you, and I hate that. I hate that more than anything. There is no reason why this game should be completely based upon RNG. No reason whatsoever. Because of that, you have no idea whether or not you're going to succeed or fail. You have no idea. You don't know what's on what floor. You don't know what monster you're dealing with. You have no way of knowing. So you have to do that thing like you do in Cuphead when you face those bosses with like random enemies that just pop up. You have to just, yeah, I didn't do this because fuck that, but you have to do the thing where you like end the game and go to a new session of the game and hope that you've got this run that you can actually work with. Otherwise, it's up in the air. You have no idea. I don't like the game. And I don't like the game for 2 reasons. One, there's no structure. They throw you in this boat and they're like, good luck. And then it's scary. It's scary not because of the spooky monsters, okay? I can deal with the spooky monsters. There's nothing wrong with a spooky monster. My problem is the fact that I'm stuck on a boat with a spooky fucking monster. And I have no idea what I'm doing. If you put me in a room with a jar of bees and you shake the jar up and then you just leave the jar there, and then 5 minutes later you break the jar and then you lock the door behind me and go and you just say, oh, figure it out, I'm gonna shit myself. But if you give me a long corridor, you set a jar of bees behind me, you shake the jar up, then you break it and you go, make it to the end and you won't get stung, I will know what to do, and I will be terrified of being stung, but I will know what to do within that field of horrification, if that's the word. You'll have to excuse me. okay, I will already know I have to make it to the end of that room, or I will get stung, and I may or may not die, because I'm still not 100% sure if I'm allergic to bees or not, and I'm not willing to find that out. So that's my only thing, okay? For that, I don't like Monstrum, because they just were like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if there were just monsters around and spooked you? It wouldn't be funny, it would just get boring? Okay, well, let's put you on a boat. That's not gonna solve it? Okay, let's give you a way off the boat. You can't have just one way? We'll give you 2 more ways. Never mind, that's too easy. Let's give you 3 ways to get off the boat, okay? But we're not gonna put you on a boat with 3 components to get you off the boat. We're gonna put you on a boat with 3 ways to get off of it, and possibly give you components that may go for one escape route, but not the other. So you can find bolt cutters, but you won't find the keys. Or you'll find headlights, but you won't find fuel. Or you'll find fuel, and that's it. You can be like me, where you find all the components, but you have no idea how to stop the monster, because you've never played the game before, and it's not really that fun, to be fairly honest. So you're kind of just sitting there going, what if I put a thing in front of the door and block it? Oh, it broke down the other door? Well, I'm out of ideas. I probably could have just, blocked the other door, but I really don't feel like sitting here for 1 minute and 30 fucking seconds just watching this monster try and break down the door while I'm trying to stop myself from having a panic attack, because this game genuinely scared the shite out of me. It did, okay? Watch my video. What's today? Sunday? Watch it tomorrow. Watch it tomorrow. That first fucking spook, not the first spook, no, the second spook, I'm not even exaggerating. It was awful. And it wasn't awful because it was scary. I don't give a shit that it was scary. I played the game for the scares. I don't give a fuck how scared I was. I was scared because it was like being trapped in a corner with a big looming monster that was about to eat you alive, and you had no way of getting out. It was that scared of like, fuck, what do I do? That was basically it. I was backed into a corner, and my fight or flight kicked in, and I couldn't do either. Do you know how horrifying it is to not be able to pick either one? Be a man, be the person, right? Be a man, yeah, because I fucking shit myself, so it's difficult to be a man. But be a person who normally chooses flight over fight, and then find out you can't do either one. So you kind of just sit there and panic and hope to God that you don't lose, because then you'll have to go through the whole thing again, and you don't want to do that because it's very unenjoyable. So that whole endeavor is the entire game is just, I was not having a good time because I was genuinely scared, because I didn't know what to do. I was afraid. I wasn't afraid of the monster. I was afraid of the fact that I didn't know how to solve the situation. But enough about that, right? Let's talk about the fact, actually, no, I'm going to spoil it. Never mind, I'm not going to spoil it. All I'm going to say is I got really spooked, and then the ending, I was fucking infuriated. Anyway, we're going to go into a good horror game that then kind of trickles into a bad horror game, and then we're going to talk about horror games in general, okay? I promise. There's something to take away from this, because that's what I'm going to start doing. You need a takeaway, all right? Because I can't just ramble for fucking 20 minutes, and you just sit there and go, You have to actually take something away from this, okay? So the good horror game. I played Five Nights at Freddy's 4 on, what day is it today? It's Saturday. I played Five Nights at Freddy's 4 on Thursday, and I enjoyed myself. Well, hey! I had a lot of fun playing Five Nights at Freddy's 4 until I died on night 3 for the 4th time, and then I realized, this is going to keep happening. This is going to be the same game. This is going to be the same thing over and over again, except on night 4, it's going to be a little bit harder. And then on night 5, it's going to be a little bit harder. And then that's literally going to be it. There's no change. Imagine if someone walked up to you and gave you a story, and each page had a number on it, and it went from 1 to 10. And like when you got to like page 5, the dude was standing over you going, I bet you won't guess what's on page 6, and you're kind of sitting there going, I have an idea. That's basically what was going on. That was basically what was happening. And I kind of feel I'm a little bit bitter and salty about the fact that I bought Five Nights at Freddy's 4 the day before, and then decided to play it, and then realized that it was kind of a repetitive piece of shit. And then I was like, well, there goes $8 down the drain. But it was only $8, so I'm not entirely complaining, so I'm not entirely upset. But here's the thing that I like about Five Nights at Freddy's 4, is the fact that it is the only scary game fight me. Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is the only scary game until you get to night 3 and you die 4 times, and then you realize, it's not really that scary. When you play, imagine you're this like YouTuber who has like what, 16 million YouTube, not 60 million, 16 million subscribers at the time. I think he had maybe like 10 million. We'll say 10 million just to do that. And you're wearing this red flannel shirt, and you're playing this game called Five Nights at Freddy's, and you don't know what it is, but you know that it's a horror game, and you're known for playing horror games, and you're also known for going a little bit off the deep end sometimes when it comes to games that are very stressful. So you play this game, and you have no idea what's going on, but it freaks the fuck out of you because you have automonophobia, and you are not enjoying it at all. And then, let's fast forward like 3 years down the line, and it's probably one of your most, what the fuck am I talking about? I'm trying to, my point being is that if you play imagine you've never heard of Five Nights at Freddy's, and you play Five Nights at Freddy's 1, you would be horrified. Now imagine a couple years down the line when the second and third and the fourth game have come out, and you already know the premise of it, and so far you're already caught up with all the lore because MatPat won't shut the fuck up about it, right? So let's assume you've already caught up with everything and you're already on the fourth one. This one is a drastic turn because this one is actually terrifying. And then you get on to night 4, and then you realize it's not that terrifying anymore. And then you realize that PewDiePie kind of had a point, is that this game has been the same for the last, let's assume 4 years. Let's pretend that every single FNAF game has come out in a year instead of Scott going, oh, it's gonna be out in another year, and then he farts it out in like a week. Alright? So what's up with you, Scott? Anyway. Okay? Like, this game took a drastic turn, but then as I played it, I realized that it fell into the same fucking puddle that all the other FNAF games fell into. You just sit there and you wait for the scares to come to you, and you try to block the scares. It's almost like putting your eyes over. It's like putting your eyes over your eyes, huh? Putting your hands over your eyes and like saying a really loud sound so that the scares don't get you. That's basically what's going on. And then the scares get you, and you're like, whoa, the scares still got me. But I wasn't really that scared anymore because it's FNAF. I mean, once I get scared once, I kind of figure out what's going on, and that's really it. You know what I mean? That's the only thing Five Nights at Freddy's suffered from. I talked about this already in my stream. Go follow me. It's_Edboy. Twitch.tv/it's_Edboy. Sober me would be pissed about that same shameless plug, but I could care less. Anyway, I talked about this a lot when I was streaming. It was that I didn't really care too much about being scared after I was scared like a number of different times. It stopped getting scary. You know what I mean? I still jumped because it's a big mean metal robot trying to eat me. Of course I'm going to be scared. Why the fuck wouldn't I be? But immediately after I got scared, I was like, haha, that was kind of funny. You know, and then that was it. And that's the type of scare that I want. I want to be scared and then continue on with what I'm doing. That's literally it. I don't want to do anything else. I want to play a game specifically for the spooks, and then when I get spooked, I go, haha, that was funny, and then I keep going. But if that's all that's happening where I go, haha, then it's not really going to be funny. I'm not going to enjoy it, and I fucking doubt anyone else is going to enjoy it. Nobody enjoys any other fucking YouTube video I put up. That's not funny. Anyway, I probably popped the mic. Who cares? The point is, right, a good horror game builds up the scare, and then it goes to a different scare, okay? And then it takes the scare that scared you before, and it puts it all the way on the other side of the room, so that when you get to that scare again, it gets you, and you go, oh fuck, I haven't seen that scare in a while, so it got me. I wasn't expecting that. Alien Isolation. I didn't have a segue, so Alien Isolation. That game is perfect in terms of building atmosphere, giving you a good jump scare, and just putting you in this environment that is going to fill you with fear, but not enough fear to the point where you don't know what's going on or you can't play the game. They drop you in this environment. They give you this unkillable enemy, but they say it's not impossible. Well, it is impossible, but it's not impossible. Take a fucking flamethrower and shut up. Basically what goes on. They're like, you're on this side of the room, the alien's in the middle of the room, get to the other side of the room, go. And then you're like, oh, fuck. It's like, well, how do I get there? I was like, we're not going to tell you. All we are going to tell you is don't make a sound. Have a good day. And then that's literally it. FNAF, I feel as though, can't do that because of the lore that they've already set up about this group of children who were murdered by some sadistic fuck who then decided to recreate his son as some sort of robot and also murder a dog in the process, and he's also purple for some strange reason. He also has a brother who helped him make the robots, and that brother's not fucking insane. I think he might be, I'm not really sure. He also made a book. He didn't make a book was made about him. It's all over the place, okay? Go watch Game 3 and then fucking you'll just get like all type. MatPat will just jizz on you. That's the best way I can explain. MatPat will unzip his pants and he will ejaculate all over you about FNAF lore, and he will not apologize about it because it's the only thing that's been fueling his entire channel for the longest time. I mean, to be fair, it's not like he's gonna see this video, and if you do, hi Matt, I'm sorry. Anyway, I like horror games. Good horror games. Don't sit me in a fucking room, okay, with a scare and then throw the scare at me multiple times and then go, are you scared yet? Are you scared yet? Are you scared yet? Put me in a room, give me something to be afraid about, but don't give it to me so soon, okay? Give it to me a little bit and then you can take this out of context. Give it to me a little bit and then pull it away immediately. And then I go, oh, that was spooky. And then I keep going and I'm looking around. I'm waiting for the scare, and the scare doesn't come. And I think the scare is gonna come, but it's not here yet. And then I turn around and the scare's not there. And then I turn back around and boom, the scare's there, and I fucking shit myself. That's what I want, alright? Go watch, half of my Alien Isolation gameplay. That was good. The scares were good. I was scared. The game was good. It was a wonderful enjoyment. I never finished it on my channel, but I did finish on my live stream, and I'm a fucking idiot for doing that. Anyway, I know the question. Here's the ending segment. What is there to take away from this? Okay? If you're gonna play a horror game, don't play Monstrum. That is the takeaway. Don't play some cheap, lazy, uninspired horror game. Play a good, well thought out, plot driven horror game that is actually gonna spook you, okay? Don't waste your fucking money on a shit horror game. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode, because I certainly enjoyed making it. If you want to catch more content like this, be sure to follow me. Nope, don't do that. Be sure to like the video and subscribe, but I'll definitely catch you guys in the next one.